Good evening to everybody, and welcome to North Ipswich Reserve, the home of the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets. Today the game versus South Logan, and you can get on Phoenix Media YouTube page or listen live at 11:97am, and of course on the Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. So make sure you subscribe to Phoenix Media YouTube page. The Phoenix Media Hub is powered by USQ, University of Southern Queensland. My name is Mark Bishop. Jacko's away today and everyone else is sick or dead, so I've dragged Nunny in. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks for that.
Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am. A Saturday night at the Reserve. It speaks for itself. Should be good.
Mate, what's the scenario for the Jets?
Pretty much, I think they just got to relax and win. Like, if you start worrying about what Redcliffe are doing or relying on that team to lose, then, I mean, it doesn't matter then if you lose. So, you know, you just got to win the next 3 games, and if Redcliffe end up losing their 3, well, then start getting ready for finals.
Yeah, I think East is sort of in the same boat as well. So, it is must win, Nunny, and then it's in the hand of the gods after that, isn't it? So we might just, the players have finished their warm-up, so we might start running through the teams just so we get that out of the way, just in case, mate. So you want to do, if you want to do the easy one and do the Jets, and I'll run through and do the South team.
Sure, Jets. Fullback, Michael Purcell, Marmon Barber, Richie Pandia, Izzy Hofoka, Rogan Dean, Josh Cleveland, Julian Christian, Blake Lenihan, Kieran Mosley at hooker, Nat Neal is captain, Mitch Carpenter, Ben White, and Ben Shea. Josh Siege, Jaden Connors, Husky Tatau, and Billy McConaughey on the bench.
All right, nice. And, of course, the South team. So at fullback we have Tessie New. On the number 2 will be Link Port. 3 is Licky Vidoko. Number 4 is Tommy Visau. Number 5 is Matt Sopolola. 6, Guy Hamilton. Halfback, I think, is Alex Bishop in the 18. Georgie Fye. Blake Scott, who's on debut for South, so congratulations to him. Rory Ferguson in the 10. 11, Mitch Fry. 12, Patrick Mago. 13, Sean Fensom. Off the bench will be the 7, Lachlan Cooper. 15, Luke Burton. 16, Sam Tagatese, ex-Jet. And number 17 is Harrison Muller. Nunny, where do you think the Jets are going to have to be strong tonight, mate?
I think, like, based on, hopefully not losing by 4. I think that's the thing that's going to sort of, if they don't make the finals, they're going to sit back in September and go, how many games did we lose by 6 or less? Which is, I think which is going to be the thing that bites them eventually. But, I think they just got to stay in games, like not have good 20 minutes, not have a good 30 minutes, but have a 75 minutes where you play well for the whole time.
Yeah, we have dropped off sort of sharply in some parts, haven't we? And it's really cost us throughout the year. And, now we've got ourselves in the situation where we're chasing our tail and relying on everyone else and hoping this happens and hoping that happens. So, mate, Souths are full of Broncos contracted players. So who do you think the Jets will be watching today for the South team?
I better say Mitch Fry. I spoke to him during the week and he was pretty helpful. So I think, and last time we played South, he scored 2 tries and he's just that dangerous hole runner. If you can get the ball near him on that left edge, then he's an experienced campaigner at scoring and punching holes.
Yeah, well, he's a big body. South's got the big back row and, of course, big front row as well, and George Fye and Rory Ferguson. And Blake Scott, I watched him play last week, so he went all right in their Reggies. We'll see how it goes. Another guy coming off the bench from Harrison Muller, he went really well in their Reggies as well. But they have exciting backs in this Tessie New. He's still, I think, under 18s, and of course...
Did he play Queensland under 18s?
I think he did. He might have been in the same team as Sammy Walker. Yeah. So, yeah, he would have learned a few things off Sammy, that's for sure. Just get on his shoulder and away you go. So, it looks like, I think Jets won the toss and are receiving the ball from the river end. It's a beautiful night tonight, Nunny. It's probably just cold. Around 20 degrees, maybe a little bit less, but it's a great night for footy. We're a goodish crowd out here tonight, so we'll see how we go as Souths kick off. And it's taken down there by Rogan Dean, who manages to hit one up. He gets tackled, gets a little bit extra in the tackle right in the middle of the field. Next up, Nat Neal. hello to Nat's mum and dad down there in a place called Waipu, Nunny.
Did you
right
get it
near
right?
Queenstown. Yeah, I think it's Waipu. Anyway, they'll let us know on the socials if it's not right. Benny White has a hit up. He gets tackled. That's tackle 3 or 4 there for the Jets, just on halfway. So a good set coming off the kickoff. Billy McConaughey, first of many hit ups, gets himself into the south side of halfway. So Jets tackle 4. Kieran Mosley out of dummy half. Josh Clearland drops Mitchy Carpenter under. A little bit of footwork. Long ball out to Benny White. Benny White, is here Foka. A Foka through, puts a kick through for Marmon Barber. It just happens to go out. Well, that was a really good start there for the Jets, Nunny.
It might only be one set, but geez, they look sharp and precise in what they were doing.
Well and truly, mate, well and truly. So a really good set from the kickoff. And, Jets looking good. So now that's their turn to defend. So the scrum, 10 metres from the south line. And it Jets' turn to start to tackle them up. All right. Nunny, what do you think the Jets will be looking to do here, mate?
Oh, you'd just be trying to jam him in the corner, wouldn't you? Wouldn't want him out of that corner.
Correct. As Souths win the scrum, as per usual.
You'd be hoping that they're kicking from 30, 40 out by the end of this.
Yeah.
And Purcell's bringing it back.
Exactly, as they get tackled about 30 out. Bishop drops under the big second row there, and Patrick Mago. He gets tackled about 40 out. South, Tagatese runs a block out wide. Mitchell Fry, your man, Nunny. Mitchell Fry gets tackled. He's about 5 or 6 short of halfway. They go again. Tagatese hits one up. Good metres from Tagatese. He gets tackled. Last tackle, South. Just inside the Jets half. Blake Scott goes to run a dummy half. Doesn't realise it's the last and gets tackled.
Jeez.
Well, they won't be looking for that too much, Nunny.
How, that's a coach killer, isn't it, Bish? How would you handle that?
Probably throw something on the ground and get the runner to tell him not to do it again.
Blame the poor runner.
Mate, well, the halves have got to take control when it's last tackle and not leave it up to the poor hooker. So Jets now with the ball. Mosley, long pass out of dummy half. Hits Julian Christian with the ball. Benny White goes under, goes back into the middle. Still going White. He's tackled well there by Fry. Still going Benny White. He gets tackled just short of halfway. So Jets moving the ball around. Mosley out of dummy half. Billy McConaughey back into the middle. He gets stopped short. Christian, long ball to Afoka. Afoka on the outside again. Still going Afoka. Still going Afoka. Run on the outside. Purcell inside. And the Jets are over. Great try, the Ipswich Jets. Great run from Issy Afoka. He's gone through the hole, taken up where Nem Valakapa left off last week. Had Marmon Barber on the outside. Michael Purcell on the inside. Chose the inside, and Purcell goes under about 10 metres from the post, Nunny.
If you make a break, they're not too bad options to look inside and out and see, are they?
Pick one and then fight about it in the dressing room after. That was a good run then from Issy Afoga. That's twice he's made.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the second time they've come down this left-hand side and busted him. So I think the poor Magpie might be, I think he might see some more action. Yeah, well, like you did say, Nunny, that's twice. Issy's managed to get on the outside. The first time he put the kick in, the ball just rolled out with Marmon chasing hard. So that time he kept the ball in hand and had options left and right. So great start from the Ipswich Jets. It's been all Jets so far, with South just having that one set. And unfortunately, the young hooker on debut, Blake Scott, hasn't heard the call and's got tackled, and it's been all Ipswich, since then. Yeah. So as we have Marmon Barber lines the ball up, he's about 10 in from touch, taking it back to the 20. There's no wind to speak of. So be all down to the ball striking now. Nunny, what do we say, mate? In or out? No, he'll be right here.
He'll be right, straight in.
Yeah.
And, of course, we must mention for those watching on the YouTube page, Phoenix Media, that the pink socks and, of course, the pink ball is all in age of Women in League round. So celebrating all our better halves. I know your better half will be watching and critiquing you tonight, Nunny, that's for sure. I know
she watches for you, not me.
She gave you an absolute pacing last time, and well-deserved too, I must say. Marmon moves in, hits it and goes to the right of the post. So no extra points there for the Jets as they stay at Jets 4, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 4. South Logan 0, just over 5 minutes gone, Nunny.
Yeah, so this is a big set from South. So they've got the Jets have busted them twice, scored once, and South have made a mistake on the fifth. So now I would say this set's pretty pivotal in your sort of winning the next period, the next 5 minutes. Like, this has to be a really good defensive set. Like, get down there and the Jets don't get out of their 20 or 30 and you really whack them up.
Yeah. All right, a South kick off. The kick to the right-hand side this time. The Julian Christian, he catches into Billy McConaughey for another hit up. That's got to be number 4 or 5 tonight, Nunny, as he gets tackled just shy of the 20.
He makes ground every single time, doesn't he? Like,
he does.
There's nothing special about... Oh, I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing tricky about what he does.
It's just nice, hard running. We'll have to get you a trainer. You can have a tackle on him, Nunny, and see how that goes. If it's not special, we'll let him know. It's all good. Jets go again. Mosley out of dummy half. Oh, that's Richie Pandia out of dummy half, looking for runners. It's Julian Christian. They come over to the left side again, where they've had all the success. As they are tackled. Julian Christian gets tackled. Is that a front rower they got defending out here in the centres? Nunny, I'll get you to check that for us. As Benny Shea hits the ball up, going across and gets tackled in the middle of the field. And hello to Benny's mum, of course, watching us down there outside of Canberra, where it's probably -3. Joshy Cleland puts the ball up. Last tackle, Ipswich. Good chase from Purcell. First to the ball and gets a catch. Still Ipswich. Goes out to a Foka yet again. Runners left and right. A good palm of Foka. Gives it to Kristen. Julian with the ball. Drops it. Ball everywhere. And changeover. So it was enterprising stuff there from the Jets, Nunny.
They've come down this side again after the Purcell catch. Like, Purcell does that a lot. Like, people let him catch the ball. I don't really understand why they...
I suppose the thing is there, he's caught the ball probably 20, 25 metres out. So the reasoning is let the fullback catch the ball and we'll make the tackle. As Sopalala gets his nose through and gets dragged down from behind by Mosley. South on the 20. They spin it wide through Hamilton. Gets out to Mitchell Fry. He's tackled well over there by Richie Pandia underneath. There's a quick play the ball from South. Hamilton out of dummy half. Fensom. He charges one in. The ex-Bronco, ex-Cowboys, Mitch Carpenter goes for the strip. Doesn't quite get it. South goes short side. Hamilton. Short ball. Fry. Fry gets through the hole. Still going Fry. He's brought down there by Purcell. Good tackle. So last tackle South. 12 metres from the Ipswich line. They go across the field. Hamilton with a short kick. They go up and well taken there by the Jets, Julian Christian. That was great work. Marmon Barber comes in, has a quick hit up and penalty Ipswich. Not square at marker, so a good let-off there for the Jets, Nunny.
That's a massive let-off. The South got through a set, they got their kick, and then you give away a penalty.
They're just starting to build a bit of pressure on the Jets and then managed just to give Jets the easy out. So they penalty kick from Marmon Barber goes out. Ipswich will start this set 22 metres from their own line. Benny Shea takes another hit up. It's across the field, gets himself into the middle of the field. Mosley, dummy half. He goes to Carpenter. Carpenter comes back in behind the ruck, looking for the offload. South's in and around him, and he can't get that offload out. Mosley out to Cleland. Cleland drops Nat Neal under. Nat Neal across the field. Well tackled there by the big number 20 and Patrick Mago with the help of a few friends to bring him down in Georgie Fye. So Mosley, dummy half, has a little scoot on his own, Mosley. Still going Mosley. Drops Billy McConaughey under. He backs into the defence. He's tackled 45 out from the south line. Mosley again out of dummy half. Ben Shea. Ben Shea pokes his nose through. Just can't quite get the hands free. So last tackle Ipswich, 40 out from the south line. Mosley goes to short side. Hits Barber, hits it on the foot. Afoga picks it up. It's play on Jets. Afoga kicks it again, chases hard. Barber hits the ball, and it's a try. Great work, Ipswich Jets. Nunny, talk us through that one.
It's the same side again, so they've come down that left. Has Izzy kicked this much ever before?
Never. That's great work from the Jets. Kieran Mosley picks the ball up from dummy half, short side last tackle, and throws. It was a wayward pass out to Marmon, but it virtually went straight at his boot, and Marmon's managed to kick it back in, and Issy stayed onside, got it to the hands and kicked it again, and it sat up, and I thought Issy was going to get there first, but the ball's bounced nicely for Marmon. He's pounced on it, and like you said before, good bloke to be chasing the ball, Nunny.
And Marmon seemed to have where was South in the in goal? Marmon seemed to have forever to get around there and get it down.
Well, he's a very quick individual, he's Marmon Barber, and he got around Link Port like he was standing still, but we're still trying to work out what the South's lineup is in defence, because Ipswich absolutely carving them up on the left side.
They had Mago out there, number 20, the prop, for a bit, but I don't know why. Because Takers is in the centres on the other side.
All right, so they've obviously Licky Vidogo is not on the field. The South boys have all got jumpers on, so we can't tell who's on the bench, but Ipswich are just killing them on that side, of course, Nunny. And, of course, we'd like to thank everybody while we've got this little minute of joining us from the North Ipswich Reserve, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets, and watching us live on the Feeny Medics YouTube page or listening to us on 11:97 a.m. as Mama Barber puts that straight over the black dot. Goes to Ipswich 10, South yet to score with just over 10 minutes gone in the first half. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Phoenix Media YouTube page. It's powered by the USQ, University of Southern Queensland. Nunny.
And, of course, Marmon needed 21 points tonight to be the Jets' highest ever point scorer. So he's got 6 off that now, down to 15. It's looking good so far.
Well, you'll be counting every point, Nunny. I know that. You haven't quite down to get the fingers, so you'll be putting your shoes on soon, so that'll be good. All right, South kick off again. They come down to the left side of Julian Christian with a catch, and they spread the ball. Goes to Purcell. Purcell back to Rogan Dean this time. Bit of a high tackle and gets the penalty. So that one slipped up there from Mago. Bit of a lazy shot, I would say, Nunny.
Yeah, I don't think you'd hurt. You wouldn't hurt Rogan Dean, would you?
Oh, well. I didn't hurt his feelings last week anyway. I called him Rogan Josh, so that's where.
Did that catch on? Right. Is his nickname Curry or anything?
Oh, no. I went and apologised to him just in case. Benny White takes a tap and just runs it up and gets tackled just shy of halfway. So Ipswich attacking again. See what they come with this time. Mosley gets it out to Billy McConaughey. A little bit of a palm, but well tackled down there low by George Fye. Looking for the quick play of the ball. Mosley dummy half again. Josh Clearland looking for runners under.
I was going to say the Jets are going right, but I bet they come back this way down.
Yeah. Away they go again. The Jets tackle 40 out. Mosley, a little bit of a skip out of dummy half. Billy McConaughey go back under, looking for support, but he gets tackled virtually where Nats played the ball. So still Ipswich, conjuring up something. Mosley misses out Ben Shea. They kick again, this time Christian, and it's just in front of Mum and Baba. They couldn't quite get there, but they're happy to kick on the left-hand side, Nunny.
Yeah, I mean, does that mean that they've identified that Souths are coming up and take a while to turn around? Does it mean that they think this side won't be able to combat their speed? Or?
Well, it doesn't look like there's too much cover there, and I think they've already got Souths in two minds here on this left-hand side, so once again that'll throw a bit of thinking again. What are they going to kick? They're going to pass, they're going to run. Inside, outside, Jets, everything. So they've really done a job on them so far on the left side as South feed the scrum. Well, they go again as they spin it early off the scrum and get tackled out there. Looks like the fullback in Tessie New. Quick play the ball. Tagatese with a big hit up. Takes 3 Jets to bring him to the ground. He's about 35 out from his own line as George Fye runs one up. Still going Fye, pumping those big legs.
Christian managed to get him underneath.
Christian managed to get him underneath. And a dummy half is Scott. They go left. Hamilton. Hamilton drops Fry underneath.
South's playing a bit of Jets footy there.
Just a touch. Unders plays. He gets up and plays the ball. Fry. Scott at dummy half. Out here to Bishop. There to Mago. Mago goes back across the field. Picks up a runner in Fensom. Fensom's tackled. Last tackle, 20 out from the Jets, right in front of the goalposts. They go to Hamilton. Hamilton with a little kick over the top is knocked down by the Jets.
Is that 6 to go?
Just waiting for the referee for a decision, but I think it is 6 to go. 6 to go, Souths. And it is. So Souths, 3 minutes from the Jets line with a full set. Back under Fye. Fye going hard at the line and gets there. Easy try in the end. Nunny Jets back-to-back sets and they couldn't defend it. George Fye gets the ball 5 metres out, charges through and scores right under the posts.
It's a bit disappointing for 2 reasons. One, it's the first bit of sort of hard defending the Jets have had to do. And 2, when South did score, it wasn't anything that you sort of... They just turned a big guy under and he sort of crashed over.
Yeah, it's from a coaching point of view, it's a really disappointing try because that's the first real effort Ipswich have had to make in defence on their line. And South have managed to just drop big Georgie Fye under, and he's taken about 5 steps and run over the top of 2 or 3 defenders in the middle and scored under the post. So they'll be disappointed with that, the Jets, especially the Jets middle. Not what they wanted. Jets have been the dominant side, for 20 minutes of the nearly 20 minutes gone, and they let South in for an easy one the first time they get down in their red zone, don't they?
Yeah, now that 10-0 advantage becomes 10-6, and also the Jets have the problem, I suppose, of letting teams score in clusters. So if South come down again and suddenly it's 12-10 or 10-all, then you start going, oh, well, you've lost that advantage of what you've spent the last 30 minutes doing.
Especially they were so dominant early as well, Jets. So as Hamilton moves in, could have thrown that one over from right in front of the post and he kicks the goal. So the Savage Pest Control Jets 10, the South Logan Magpies 6.
And this is what we were talking about before the game, that now the Jets have had a good 15 minutes, but, they can't let this sort of be a bad 10 minutes.
Yeah, just over 23 minutes to go in the first half as Ipswich to kick off for the first time tonight. So Ipswich should be looking to get back on top. It's Purcell to kick off. We're looking for what sort of kick off here, and he's at a short, low one. Makes the 10. Linkport manages to catch it. Isiafoka goes for the strip but doesn't get there. So South attacking 10 metres from the Ipswich line. Mago. 2 go high. Ben Shea manages to hang on as he's held. 5 metres short of halfway. Scott dummy half. Out there to Fensom. Fensom to Tagatese. Puts you through a hole. Taggers winding the clock back. Gets to and he passes.
Oh.
And it's an intercepted by the Jets. That was unlucky there for South as Rogan Dean gets a ball and gets carted into the in goal. So it'll be a dropout, Ipswich Jets. But that was a great run from Tagatese, Nunny.
That was fantastic. It could be back to, what was his first? Where did Taggers start?
When he started at the Sharks?
Yeah. And the
started at the Titans because he played here.
Yeah.
That's right. And that looked like the days
and the
back
Storm when he was at North.
A free-flowing centre. That was a good little ball, though, from Fensom. He put him through the hole and Tagatese took off. But good tackle from Purcell. And Rogan Dean managed to get himself in the right spot. And away they went. So is South as they charge it up again. George Fye. All right, Blake Scott, dummy half. A little slow play the ball there. Fence him again. Tagatese on his shoulder again, looking for that little hole. Jets managed to bring him down, 20 out. They go again, Scott. Tagatese hits one up in behind the ruck. Jets nail him this time. Mosley underneath. A couple of big boards over the top. They come to the right. Fence him. Bishop with the ball.
Ooh.
Well tackled there by Christian. And they've penalised him for a dangerous lifting tackle, which, if you look in the textbook, that tackle's probably in there, Nunny.
Anyway,
that's how they rule the game.
I'm not sure how dangerous that was.
That's how they rule the games these days. So penalty South. Fensom hits one up. Well met by Billy McConaughey in the middle of the field. So South all attack here. Out the back, Hamilton. Tagatese, he's well tackled over there by Josh Clearland. Drops him to the ground. So South still attacking the Ipswich line. As Scott, they're burrowing over from dummy half, and they've done it again, Souths. I think that's Blake Scott, the hooker on debut, has gone himself from dummy half and scored. So, what the Jets wanted, Nunny.
Sorry, the Jets got a long way off the line then, and then they sort of realised that the hooker still had it when guys were 6-7 metres forward of the guy with the ball. So that's a pretty big gap.
Well, there's obviously somebody in that Jets defensive line right then didn't do their job because, knowing the Jets defensive line off, defensive set off that try line as I do, somebody hasn't done their job there for the hooker to score with the rest of the defensive line getting up. So back-to-back tries for Souths. Ipswich that's the first time they've really been under any defensive pressure, and they've virtually folded both times, Nunny.
Yeah, which is what, this game, it's unfolded so far, this 20 minutes, exactly what we were talking about before the game, that the Jets have a good 15 minutes and then it can go to pieces for a bit. And then, would you be shocked if at half-time it's 16-14 or 16 all?
Well, I suppose both teams have got that in them. You know, South's had a couple of real big scores put on them this year as well, and then have had a couple of wins where you think to yourself, well, where did that come from? So both probably teams that haven't really played up to expectation this year. As we see, the Jets have made a change. Billy McConaughey's left the field, is being replaced. You can see that down there. None is that Blake Lanahan about to go on?
Yeah.
All right, so Blake Lanahan about to go onto the field about just over 20 minutes gone in the first half as Hamilton lines up the kick. He's about 10 or 12 in from touch. Moves in. Touchy's put the flag up, so South hit the lead. South Logan Magpies 12, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 10. Once again, we thank you for joining us here at the North Ipswich Reserve, watching the game on the Phoenix Media YouTube page, or listening to us, of course, on 11:97 a.m. or via the Phoenix Radio app via the TuneIn app. Okay, make sure you subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page as well. Phoenix Media Hub is powered by the USQ, the University of Southern Queensland. As Ipswich go to kick off and try to get themselves back on track as Purcell kicks it deep this time. Down there and picked up, and Georgie Fye charges one up back into the defence.
So, Bish, how do the Jets arrest this sort of slippery slope? How do you get back into...
They really just need to dig in, Nunny, as Souths go wide. They really need to dig in and start to communicate with each other and make sure that any little mistakes they're making in defence don't keep popping up. So it's a real attitude thing for Ipswich. As Tagatese takes the ball up, he's tackled in a four-man tackle. So that's better defence from Ipswich off in the middle of the field. It's on the line. It's been a bit shabby as South play the ball. Goes to Hamilton with a little bit of a run. Still going Hamilton. He shifts the ball out the back. South tackled just 5 metres into the Ipswich half. They go Scott out of dummy half. Hamilton down the short side. Still Hamilton. Hits Fry. Fry pokes his nose through but gets tackled. Well tackled there by Richie Pania. Last tackle South. Hamilton looking to kick. Puts it up over towards Marmon Barber's wing. Julian Christian's under the ball and well taken. Was he taken in the air? And yes, he was. Link Port just managed to get a hand on him there. Nunny. Penalty Ipswich.
Yeah, that's a massive set. Like, Souths have gone the full length of the field. So, I mean, that penalty's a bit of a let-off. Like, they would have had the Jets rucking it out from their end, and they've just handed him 30 metres.
Well, he only had to let him just touch the ball, didn't he? And then he could have tackled him. So, yeah, real let-off there for Ipswich as they start their set now. 30 metres from their line as Isiafoka takes the old winger in and charges into the forwards. And that's not a bad run. He gets 10 metres. He's tackled on the 40 metres from their line as Mosley at dummy half, waiting for a Foka. He plays the ball. Ben Shea with another hit up into the line. Met well there by the 20 and Patrick
That's a good run from Benny Shea. That's just a Benny Shea run, isn't it? Like, team needs it. He knows the situation. I'll just go forward.
Carpenter comes back in behind the ruck, trying to get the arms free, Carpenter. Terrible golfer, by the way. Mitchy Carpenter. No, Mitchy Carpenter's a terrible golfer. Blake Lanahan. He gets back in behind the ruck, gets an offload. Mosley with the ball now. Mosley looking for runners. Gets to Clearland. Clearland just assessing the situation. Still Clearland. Ben White goes back under. So a little bit of Jets footy here is Benny White. Still mucking around Benny White. Still going Benny White. Gets across the field. He gets dragged down to Jersey sling by Guy Hamilton. Richie Pandy, a dummy half. Goes to Christian. Christian and Nat Neal. Nat knows one way and charges it into the line. Still going Nat. Still going Nat. Good tackle as tackle 5 Ipswich. 15 metres from the south line. Mosley out to Clearland. Clearland inside ball. Michael Purcell. Tackled well by George Fye. And penalty. High tackle. Well, I think that's an unlucky penalty there, Nunny, against George Fye.
He's a bit cranky too.
A big thing to be cranky as well.
I think if I was Joshy Clearland, I'd be walking away.
It was an unlucky tackle. I didn't think it was that high, but he might have slipped up. You know, we're a little bit far away, but he might have just slipped up and nailed him on the chin. But Ipswich will take it as they...
Would you take the 2, Bish?
No, I think they'll just keep on them, keep the pressure on. Like the last couple of times Ipswich have been down this end, they've managed to get points. But as I say that, they're going to take the 2. So that's I suppose that has been the play, has been the go-to play for the Jets coaching staff all year, Nunny, is when they've got the 2 points, they've taken them. But, gee, I thought they might have had a little bit of a gamble then and taken them on.
Yeah. I mean, considering it's the first set they've been down there for a while, and when they were down there, they were doing all right. So you sort of maybe, would think that they'd have a crack. But maybe 2 points settle it and then go back and have the whole field to attack from.
Yeah, especially when you would have made South do that back-to-back set from the, on their try line as well and just see what they had. But, it's up to Marmon now to make sure he gets the 2 points now that Ipswich have made the decision. So Barber lines it up. He's 20 out, about 15, 16 in from touch on his favoured side on the left-hand side of the field. And Marmon's still picture of concentration, steps back, in he comes. Hits it, and straight over the black dot. So great work there from Marmon Barber. Corsato leaving it up now. The Savage Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 12. South Logan Magpies 12 with just over 14 minutes to go. Nunny, what will the Jets be looking to do here from this set?
Oh, look, I think more of the same. They've got to get back to the first 10, 15 minutes. I know, in the first 10, 15 minutes, they were playing Jets 40. They were expansive, but they were turning guys under to suck them in, and then they were going left and finding gaps. And then in the last 10, 15 minutes, I don't think they've been sucking them in before they go side to side.
I think the forwards are taking control, so it's a bit less expansive footy. As I say that, the Jets sling it wide. Purcell gets it to Cleland. Cleland spies a hole and just gets his nose through, but good tackle over there by Mitchell Fry. Just drags him to the ground. They take off again now. Carpenter gets an offload. Richie Pandia. He gets an offload. Rogan Dean through the hole. Just can't quite get the arms free. Just pulled down and penalised. Sean Fensom just held on for a little bit too long, and he's penalised.
Marmon coming in. Is he going to
be kicking for touch? I think this might be a little bit out of Marmon's range for 2 points. As Ipswich now on the attack, Nunny, straight up.
So this has been a pretty good follow-up set from a try. They've now, with the penalty, over halfway in attacking position. So South now have to answer that and make sure that...
Yeah, they can defend it, exactly. So as Ben Shea takes one off the hit, off the tap, and he gets tackled about 15 out from the South line. Blake Lenihan. He's had a good year for his debut year, Nunny, as well, as he gets tackled 5 metres from the line. Good quick play, the ball. Kieran Mosley. Mosley looking for runners. He hits Julian Christian. Christian across the field, still going across the field. Nat Neal back under towards the post. Still going Nat. Pulled up a metre short of the line. Mosley dummy half.
Will the ref pull it up?
We've got an injured player. We've got the ball going everywhere. Is it South's ball? I think it's South's ball. That looked like it might have been knocked down in the play of the ball, but the referees were happy to let it go. But we have a South injury.
That was a bit of a shambles. I had no idea how that happened. It was ricocheting all over the place.
It must have been, I dare say, Kieran Mosley must have mucked up the dummy half pass, because otherwise you'd think it would have been a penalty or a knock-on as Fensom. He got a bit of blood coming out of somewhere, and he's going to go off for a HIA. So he's got a little cut on the right cheekbone. So
he'll be right with that. Remember when he broke his leg in the...
Oh, I'm sure his family would love you to bring that up, Nunny, as well. But
he'll probably be happy with a little cut on his head.
Yeah. But full credit to him to get back to, obviously a true professional to get back on the field as well, as Mitchell Fry now to play the ball. So we just wait for the South's Licky Vidogo comes onto the field. So as we go, and South now start their set. Well tackled by the Jets in numbers. So still 10 metres from their own line, Souths. As Fye hits one up. He takes them getting down. There's 4 or 5 Jets players in there. And he gets the ball out the back, so play on. Play on, Souths. And a good run there from... And a penalty for a strip.
Both sides have been pretty loose with their penalties, haven't they? They're not exactly pictures of discipline.
That's a ridiculous penalty when we've got them on the ropes, South, and we just had ill discipline that's probably plagued Ipswich all year as well. And guys just get too enthusiastic, and the pumpkin goes on there a little bit, and they give away a penalty that wasn't needed. As South now start their set, just over 11 minutes remaining. As Iliki Vidogu up. He's well tackled by the Jets. They managed to drag him to the ground after a 15-metre run. Scott, dummy half. Bishop. Fye comes back under. 3 Jets on him, managing to bring him to the ground eventually as Blake Lenihan hangs on. So Blake Scott, dummy half. Goes out to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for a runner. He gets the fullback in Tessie New. He's tackled. 20 out from the Jets line. Hamilton looking for runners. A little bit of a basketball move there. Still Hamilton. Throws a long ball out. It's dropped.
Oh.
It's picked up Mum and Barb. It couldn't quite get a quick grab at it, but Ipswich now at the ball.
See, I'm not sure that South needed that fancy pass, and
I suppose he's just throwing caution to the wind, and if it comes off, it's a miracle play, isn't it, Nunny? But unfortunately for South, it didn't. As Ben Shea with a hit up. He just charges into the teeth of the defence, and he gets worked over there a fair bit by the hooker as well. But play on, says the referee. Pandia comes in and takes a bit of work off the forward. Still going Pandia. Takes 3 to bring him down.
Ben Shea just asking the touch judge if he saw that. Touch judge said no.
Cleland inside. Not quite. Still got the ball, Cleland. Little flop over the top. Picked up over there. So Jets tackled. 40 out from the line as Nat Neal plays the ball. Cleland looking for runners. Mosley with a little kick. The Jets get it back. No, they don't. South dive on it. George Fye dives on the ball. So South with the set coming off their line about 28 metres out. Sopalala comes in and has a hit up to help the forwards out. That might be his first touch tonight too, Nunny.
Yeah,
Trying to milk a penalty and he gets it. Play on and quick tap and away he goes. So Sopalala gets tackled 40 from the Jets line on tackle 1. So the ill discipline coming in and really biting the Jets at the moment as Fry takes a hit up. Blake Lenihan goes up over the ball. 30 out now from the Ipswich line. Coming to the right side, Hamilton. Hamilton looking for runners. Bishop out the back. Out the back again to the fullback in Tessie. Tessie New, he's tackled. Good tackle there by Isia Foka. Bishop.
Gee, Tessie New looks sharp when they need to get him involved. So.
Well, he does too, mate. Ferguson plays the ball. They go left again. Guy Hamilton puts it on the shoe. So everything over in that far corner. It looks like Jets have been tackled in the in goal. So it'll be a dropout Jets. So Purcell managed to get it, but couldn't quite get himself out of the in goal. So now what, Nunny? What will the Jets defence have to do here?
Well, I mean, if South again, like they're going to get another crack here, but I think they've got to be smarter about what they're doing. Like they've got these big outside backs that are fast, but they're not getting them the ball in the best space or giving them the best chance to use their size or their pace.
It's Purcell with a short dropout. Probably not went where he wanted to as Patrick Mago picks the ball up now. He charges back in the Ipswich defence. Benny White hangs on looking for a strip. Josh Sheeds is on the field now, Nunny. He's gone on for Mitchie Carpenter, gets a rest. So it's a strip penalty. They'd called held, and then all of a sudden they gave a strip penalty. So play on. I don't know how they worked that one out, but they did. As Scott now at the ball. So another penalty South as he passes it. Ferguson charges one up. He's tackled 15 short of the Ipswich line. It's another set for South charging at the Ipswich line. Onto the ball that looks like Harrison Muller. Had a good game for the Reggies for South last week. They go again, South. Hamilton, short ball, Tessie New, goes straight through. It's a little missed tackle out there from Nat Neal, and like you said, Tessie New looked sharp, and he just got on the outside of Nat there, and South go in and score. Sustained pressure and silly Jets penalties, Nunny.
Well, yeah, if you keep giving them chances, and then a young, quick fullback's going to find a way eventually, and that's exactly what he did. I was impressed because he was over on this side before on the right, and now he's come back on the left and made a dent in the Jets' defence. He's
obviously a real try scorer. Try scorers get themselves in positions to score, all the time. So, but once again, the Jets have let themselves down there, Nunny. They kept giving away penalty after penalty after penalty and didn't defend it. And all that South did then was Guy Hamilton went to the line and just dropped a short ball on Tessie New, and he just had enough footwork to get on the outside of Nat Neal and went through and scored. So, not what the Jets wanted at all. And like we keep saying before, right close to half-time. There's only 6 minutes until half-time. And South have hit the lead after Jets led 10-0.
Yeah, so this is more than likely, you would assume, going to be 18 to 12.
Oh, swallow a bug, Nunny.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, Hamilton taking some time with this kick, that's for sure, but that's fine. Jets in the in goal is contemplating what they need to do, and I think they just need to stop giving away the penalties and really make sure they get that defensive speed up. And, the attacks really floundered, I think, Nunny, in the last couple of times Ipswich had the ball. Like you said before, come down that left side early and just carve them up, but then all of a sudden the forwards want to get involved and just take hit up after hit up after hit up. So
Settler for a settler.
Yeah, so maybe we need to get back into that left-hand side groove as Hamilton moves in to kick it straight over the black dot. South.
He has a long setup and then he takes about one step to kick it.
So South Logan Magpies out to 18. The Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 12 with just over 5 minutes to go before half-time.
And this has just been, again, not to harp on it, but it's exactly what we were talking about beforehand, the 10-0, and now, the Jets are more than likely going to go in 6 behind at half-time. So, it's been in a way, it's been a classic Jets half.
Yeah, it has. All right, as we go. South, Mitchell Fry. What did he say then? All right, as we go again, sorry. I got distracted then. I forgot I was on the radio and on the TV.
It's going
South
well, mate. Seamless.
Radio gold, it's called. As they go 30 out from their own line. There's a hit up there from Harrison Muller. He gets well grasped by Josh Sheeds. That was a great tackle. Scott over the top. Still going South. Is Tessie New again. Starting to really inject himself into the game. He's well tackled from behind.
And there's that penalty.
Oh, obstruction penalty. Wow, where are we going? Right back, 20 metres back and a bit of back chat. So Ipswich, obstruction penalty, 40 metres from the line, and with a bit of back chat, the Ipswich now take control of the ball 30 metres from South's line. The Souths are penalised for the old Shepherd.
I was going to say, geez, he's pulled that one out of the rule book.
Well, I suppose maybe they played a bit of advantage. These days when somebody plays and does an obstruction, they just stop and get tackled. But Souths played on, but it took a long time for them to give the penalty. All right, as we go on. So Ipswich with the ball now. Richie Pannier taps the ball. Josh Cleland with the ball. Ben Shea goes under. He's well tackled underneath there by the hooker, Scott. So Jets, what can they conjure up? There's 3 minutes left on the clock. Really looking to try and get on the front foot here at half time as they come left side. Purcell with the ball. Good step, Purcell, and straight through. Steps around Bishop. One more hand on a touch, and Purcell, no. Another obstruction. Wow, I didn't see where that one was.
Didn't he just go through the hole?
I thought he went straight through the hole, and Bishop was upset because he'd missed him. So another obstruction. We don't have the benefit of a replay. We'll have to try and see if we can find that one at half time, Nunny, and see what we can look at that. But anyway, South get the penalty. They get the ball 30 out.
So what becomes important now for the Jets is that it's 18-12 at half time. With 2 minutes to go, you can't afford to let South go down the other end and go 2 tries in front.
Exactly, as May goes tackled 40 out from his own line. Scott from dummy half. Gives it on to the 6 in Guy Hamilton, who drops Harrison Muller underneath. Blake Lenihan strips the ball, and it's play on. It was a late strip. And now we've ruled knock on Ipswich. It's knock on somebody. South had the ball. Ipswich stripped it. Knock on Ipswich. Right. I still don't understand that stripping rule. Anyway, as we got time off with 1:53 left on the clock, South scrum feed just 5 metres short of the halfway line. So it's become a bit of a mishmash. Both sides should have scored tries. None in South went through that gap, penalised for obstruction. Ipswich, Michael Purcell goes over the line and penalised for obstruction as well as Tessie New now gets the ball off the scrum. The Ipswich forwards drive him back as the referee's call held while he's still moving. Out of dummy half, Scott. He gets Ferguson. Ferguson
That's
hits
a
the
good
ground,
run.
gets up and runs again. So the game is a little bit scrappy at the moment as Scott out to Bishop, or it's Hamilton it is. He throws a dummy and goes. Well tackled underneath there by Nat Neal. They go left as Bishop takes on the line. Still going Bishop. He's tackled 18 metres short of the Ipswich line. So South on the attack. Ipswich need to be strong in defence here. Ball comes out to Hamilton. Hamilton goes across, drops a couple under. Gives the ball out to New on to Vidogo. Vidogo gets on the outside of Isiafoka and scores right in the corner. So just what Ipswich didn't want with a minute left on the clock. And Licky Vidogo scores in the right-hand corner.
How strong is he?
Well, that was a really good palm. He hit Isiafoka right in the chest with that palm and scored, but he got the ball 20 out and still had plenty to do and managed to be able to do it. So that was probably bad defence from Ipswich and not getting up off the line. They should have been very, very keen at that stage, Nunny, but Souths go in and score again.
So, 10-0's now become 12, sorry. So, 10. Yeah. So, just to let that great start is evaporated now. But I tell you what, if I was South, I'd be getting the ball as much as possible to New and then Vidoku on this side.
Yeah, well and truly. They've Tessie New's taken a little while to get into the game, and eventually when he's come into the game, he's blasted out. And Vidogo's just actually come on the field when Sean Fenson come off for his HIA, and big and strong, and just managed to get on the outside of the Jets' backs and scored in the bottom corner right in front of the Jets' corporate area. So, well, Ipswich from a 10-0 lead, and when they took the two to put them back in front to make it 12 all, we thought maybe they should have stayed on the attack, but hasn't worked that way as Hamilton tries to drag it back in like a soccer kick and doesn't get there. So half-time sees the South Logan Magpies 22, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 12. And Nunny, probably not the way Ipswich wanted to finish that half.
No, definitely not. I mean, if you're Ben and Shane, do you focus on the first 15 or do you focus on the last 25?
I think the big thing is you focus on what you were doing really well and then just get back to it. But they're not, our defence has been really probably, a bit lax, especially on our line. Like, they put that sort of one hole in us down the far side, which, was maybe a defensive error, but trying to defend, the Ipswich trying to defend their line has been probably really bad defence, and it's all about attitude to defending on your try line. So that'll be something they'll need to fix.
And it's not as if South have thrown, a try from dummy half, a one-on-one miss here with the centre, the fullback going over on the left. There
was two tries out of dummy half, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Well, Georgie Fides was just a one drop him under straight up, and he scored under the post.
So they're all preventable. Maybe the 110 kilo centre fending you off is a bit unpreventable, but the rest of them can all sort of be stopped, and they really haven't been.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll go to a little bit of a break here for a while and see if we can go and find out a bit of information, Nunny, in the Ipswich Jets dressing room, and come back to you after half-time and find out what it is. So we'll be back to you soon. on a bit late then, honey. Anyway, so we struggle to get ourselves running. Welcome back to the North Ipswich Reserve. Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets versus the South Logan Magpies. Once again, thank you for tuning in on the Phoenix Media's YouTube page or listening live, of course, on 11:97 a.m. or on the Phoenix Radio app via the TuneIn app. Okay, make sure you subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page. It's powered by the USQ, the University of Southern Queensland. None of you went in the dressing room. What did the Ipswich coaches have to say?
It was pretty... well, Lander spoke, and he was pretty vocal about the fact that the Jets aren't defending errors or they aren't defending penalties. So when things go wrong, they keep going wrong instead of pulling together and going, all right, well, we dropped the ball, but let's make sure it ends there at dropping the ball.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, pretty simple. It looks like South had 14 on the field.
Which is what we were talking about before the game, that things go wrong for the Jets in clusters. They don't just have a try scored against them. They have a try, then a penalty.
Just to kick off, short kick off. South get it back and they bundle him in the touch. So there's a good start straight up from the Ipswich Jets. None that might be a bit of a change of attitude there straight away.
So that's the ball now for the Jets in good attacking position.
Jets with the scrum feed now 40 metres from the South line. They'll be looking to make sure they put some points on the board and probably put it on early as well, not having to wait till the end of the half and play catch-up footy again, something they don't want to do.
Well, that's right. But, I mean, by the same token, they don't... They've got to make sure that they don't just play a good 10 minutes again, come out fired up, focus, play 10 minutes and then forget about the other 30.
As the players get a lecture from the referee about how to pack a scrum.
That's your favourite, isn't it?
That's my favourite. Get it in, get it out. They don't do anything anymore, scrums, so I don't know what to worry about. As Rogan Dean takes a hit up off the scrum.
Does that remind you of the old monster scrums with Ramon?
Yeah. Yes. It's something that happens off every scrum as Blake Lanahan now. His turn to have a run just after half-time as he gets tackled 20 from the South line. So Ipswich attacking the South line. We go Christian. Christian drops Nat Neal under. Nat still pumping the legs. Nat got the arm free. Can't quite get the ball out. He's tackled 1 metre short. That's a great run from Nat Neal. Captain leading by example. Out the back now, Cleland. Cleland to Christian. Christian looking for runners. Purcell. Purcell goes through the middle. Still going Purcell. He's tackled once again, 1 metre short of the line. Looking for a quick play the ball. Mosley, Christian short side. Christian goes himself with a dummy.
Is
he pulled up short or did he get there?
He's claiming it.
The referees confer. I think this will be a
bounced
try,
over?
Ipswich. And it is Julian Christian. Well, a perfect start for Ipswich, Nunny. Julian Christian throws a little dummy. Once again, that potent right side, potent right side, I suppose you want to say, and then Ipswich scores. So well done to Julian Christian. Show and go.
Yeah, great work. Great footwork. Christian's really good in tight, small spaces. Like, he seems to be able to move his body without anyone else, like the defence, sort of reacting.
He's got real electric footwork as well. I'd hate to be trying to defend up against him and work out which way he's going to go. So that was good work from Christian. It's probably the first time he's really taken the line on at all tonight. So maybe something we need a bit more of for Julian, just to take the line on the smaller Jets blokes to actually take on the South defence and make them do some tackling. So a good start from the Jets, Nunny. They'll be looking for more of this now. Hopefully Marmon gets a goal and then they'll just start again. That's the positive set that Lander was talking about. But now the test is going to be if something goes wrong in the next set, they need to regroup and refocus and be able to handle it. It was a really good start from the Jets, wasn't it? They got the short kick-off and managed to get the ball back straight away. And then from that set, they've come down the end and scored a try. So virtually how the first half started, Nunny, as well. So if it runs to script, Ipswich will get back up the end again and score another one and we'll be all locked up. So hopefully that's the script, Nunny. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised too with all South's big guys that Marmon and even Mosley and that in the middle haven't been jumping in there and doing more and testing them out.
As Marmon Barber moves in and puts it over the black dot, so the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets now jump out to 18, still chasing the South Logan Magpies 22. Once again, thank you for watching us on the Phoenix Media's YouTube page or listening to us on 11:97 a.m. or on the Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. Make sure you subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page. It's powered by the USQ, the University of Southern Queensland. South kick-off deep. Caught there by Christian and passed on to Blake Lenahan, who has a hit up. So Ipswich was still waiting for two changes there from Ipswich. Tricky Trindle, he hasn't...
Has Husky been on yet?
And Husky Tautai hasn't come on the field yet, but Husky's been stretching for 35 minutes, so he's got to be a chance really soon.
Stretch in front of the coach.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little story. I remember bloody Lockie Rowe did that to me in the BRL Grand Final in 16, and I just ignored him. It was the funniest thing we ever seen. As Josh Sheeds gets the ball, he's charging up. He gets tackled 5 metres short of halfway. Purcell comes up, gets himself in a dummy half. Ben Shea with a run. He's looking for a hole. He's tackled just inside the south half. Fifth tackle, Ipswich. Mosley gives it to Cleland. Cleland up and under. Big chase here from Michael Purcell. Still Purcell. He gets a grab on it. It's a knock on. Ipswich play on. Play on. South with the ball now. Tessie Linkport, he's picked it up. Still going Linkport. Dangerous in these broken play situations, Linkport, Nunny.
Yeah, and he's experienced too, so he knows when to come in and when to stay out.
It's Tommy Sow now with the hit up in the middle, and the Jets forwards make him pay and let him know where he is. Ben Shea and Nat Neal, the bookends, make the tackle. Scott out of dummy half. Another one of the backs there getting in and trying to help out the South forwards, even though we're only 5 minutes into the half. Scott out of dummy half, hits Bishop. Bishop drags Mago underneath. Still going Mago. 5 metres inside the Jets half as Blake Scott takes off out of dummy half. He's nailed. No penalty. Nailed there by Christian Mosley. It was good defence as Bishop gets out of dummy half. Hamilton with the ball now. Looking for runners. Goes back on the inside. Hamilton gets the ball off the ground. Touched Ipswich. So 6 to go. South has New with the ball. Still going New. He's bumping and stepping and still bumping. He's tackled there by Siege with the help of Nat Neal. So South, the reset. 15 metres into the Ipswich line. Fry with the ball now.
This is one of those chances that Kieran was talking about, that 6 to go. Well, now you've got to defend your line and forget about the error.
As Williams with the ball, goes to the line, hits Fry. Great tackle low by Josh Cleland. Cuts him down 5 metres from the Ipswich line. Williams at dummy half. Hits a short runner there in the 17, and Harrison Muller. He's pulled up a metre short of the line. Scott at dummy half. He gets out, throws a long ball. Hamilton with a kick. Good little kick. It's going in. Ipswich drop out. Ipswich touched. Ipswich drop out number 3, Nunny.
Yeah. It's penalty counts 8-5 too.
8-5 South?
No, Jets.
8-5 Jets. Wow. Well, there you go. So Ipswich now to drop out. Only 5 minutes. 8 minutes gone in the second half. So South attacking the line. Ipswich need to really steal up. The word from the new coach or new assistant coach next year, Kieran Lander, was to make sure that you toughen up in defence when you've got a back-to-back. As Benny White out there tries to get a one-on-one strip off Fry, but doesn't manage to get it.
That set then was a lot better. They were up, they were committed and at square and did all those things that they talk about.
South now. Tackled about 19 metres out from the Ipswich line. Scott at dummy half. Bishop with the ball, looking for Hamilton. Hits him in the chest. Hamilton, show and go, goes back inside, and he's cut down well by Kieran Mosley, looking for a quick play the ball. Fry hits Tessie New. New, well tackled by Josh Cleland around the legs, stops him in his tracks. Bishop at dummy half. Bishop out to Hamilton. Hamilton drops one under. Is that Fenson back on the field, Nunny?
Yep.
So he's tackled just under the goal post. So his HIA was all cleared. Last tackle South, out to Hamilton. Hamilton throws a long ball, gets on the outside, and there's a try for South. That was a great pass over the top of Isiafoka out that side. And he's hit the centre. That looks like that might be Tommy Sow. And he's scored in the corner. So just to start that South one, I suppose, Nunny, after getting the ball in the Ipswich half.
Yeah, so... sorry. So, yeah, Ipswich had that good start and then they've defended and then, it's all come undone a bit at the end then. But, they were a lot better for those 10 tackles that they did defend. I thought Josh Cleland came up with 2 great tackles in those 10.
It was a magic pass from Hamilton. He drifted a little bit across the field, and the long ball he threw in the first half was nearly intercepted by Marmon, so it hasn't let him put it off, and he's thrown the long ball, and it's gone cleared over the head of Isiafoka and hit I think it was the centre out there. Might have been Tommy Sow, and hit him in the chest, and he's just strolled around and scored an easy try for South. So once again, they punch out, get back out to their half-time lead. As Hamilton, it looks like he's got a bit of a... okay, so their try scorer was actually Vidogo as well. So that's 2 for him in the space of
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So good work from Vidogo, but it was a great pass from Hamilton. He went to the line and no Ipswich pressure on him, and he drifted across and just threw the long looping pass and hit Vidogo fair on the chest, and he just strolled through untouched to score the try.
Well, that's what we were saying before half time. When you've got a centre like that and a mover like that, you've just got to get him the ball.
Yeah, well, that's it, Nunny. When you got strike power like that all over the field, you get it to your strike, and that's probably the thing with Ipswich is we haven't really hit the strike. Like Issy carved up on that side early, and then we haven't really hit him with the ball since. As Ipswich made a couple of changes, actually, as Mosley comes off and Siege comes off the field. And that's a missed goal there from Guy Hamilton to South 26. The Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 18. Just under half an hour to go is the Ipswich changes. Nunny, can you see that? Josh Siege and Kieran Mosley have come off, so I dare say one change will be Tricky Trindle.
So would that be
Jaden Connors? So Jaden Connors will be on the field.
Dummy half
and Husky Tautai will jump in. He may well play in the middle as well. So as Purcell to kick off now. Will be another short kick. It worked the first time. They've gone again. As Connors gets it on the boot, and South have knocked it on. So another good result here from Ipswich, Nunny.
So that's the second good result from a kick-off.
So we're looking to make South pay now. Get the scrum feed about 35 metres out from the South line, and they'll be really trying to make sure South pay for their mistake.
Well, this set has to be with it. It doesn't necessarily have to. The outcome have to be a try, but you need it to be a good set with a kick on the end that either jams them in the corner or gets you a repeat set.
Ipswich now. Rogan Dean takes it up from the scrum. He's
Monster
well tackled.
Scrum.
Hamilton underneath. Fry over the top. Cleland dummy half. Afoka comes in and has a run, takes a little bit of pressure off the forwards. Still going Afoka. They can't put him to ground. All 4'7" and 75 kilos of him. Connors comes to short side. Connors looking for Nat Neal. Nat Neal charges into the fence, trying to spin and get around. Takes 5 or 6 South players to hold him up. Looking for a quick play of the ball. It's a penalty, Ipswich. Hands on the ball. So Ipswich now restart nice and quick. Cleland. Tautai has his first run. Charges straight at him, straight at the post. He's tackled 8 metres from the South line. Connors looking for runners. Ben Shea just looking for that little hole. He's upended by Alex Bishop. No penalty this time.
Wasn't that a penalty?
Oh, Guy Hamilton, sorry. As Connors and Guy Hamilton wax him again, and now offside South.
Connors straight away since he's come on, you can tell he has South a bit worried. They're not, because he jumps out and then he finds runners. They're a bit unsure of his speed and what he's going to do. And already they've got 2 penalties on the back of his quick runs.
Ben Shea now gets the ball from the tap and runs it across, and he's tackled about 5 metres shy of the South line, right under the goalpost. Connors dummy half. Cleland looking for runners. Nat Neal comes back in towards the goalpost. Offload to Connors. Connors across the field looking for runners. Looking for the interceptor. Foka now with the ball. A little bit of footwork of Foka. He's tackled 3 and 4 South players to bring him down. Still can't get him to the ground, the big man. Looking for a quick play, the ball, and gets it. Connors now, long ball. Christian looking for runners, dropping them under. Tautai. Husky Tautai goes back to the play, the ball, going the short side. He hits Issy. Issy now gets the ball away, and they're in. Marmon Barber scores in the far corner. The referee's going to blow the try, and he has. That's great work. Once you said, hey, Jaden Connors has really lit it up, and good work from the bench as well with Husky Tautai catching the ball in a 30-metre run across the field. Picks up his good mate, Isiafoka, who then takes in 3 defenders and slips the ball across to Marmon, and Marmon scores in the corner, Nunny. So great work, Ipswich.
Well, great interchange. That's what you want from your bench, isn't it? They've come on and they've had an impact. Like Husky's probably made 3 hit-ups. Jaden Connors, even if he didn't make I don't think he's made a run, but he's got out of dummy half and he sort of drifted across, and you can tell Souths are sort of holding off.
Yeah, they're really waiting to see what Jaden's going to do, aren't they? Which is a good thing for Ipswich. So, and once again, we've gone to that left side of the field, Nunny, and made South pay. So that's probably 3 times we've really had a crack at them on the left hand side and come up with 3 tries. So maybe that's the way Ipswich need to go.
Yeah, well, and I think they were patient getting there. They didn't sort of get the idea and rush to get there and execute the play.
It's like Souths are starting to ring the changes as well, Nunny. I'll get you to check that out and see who's Tagateezy's come off the field, and we'll just try and get a change there now for Souths as Marmon lines his kick up. He's kicking from the far side of the field. It looks like he might be about a metre in for touch, so he's certainly got the length. He's only back about 20 metres. He'll get the distance. Hopefully for the Jets supporters, he'll get the direction as well as he moves in to kick the ball sometime soon. I was preempting just out of the picture. I just can't quite see him at the moment. He's willing the ball in. Here he comes now. Started his backswing. In he comes Marmon. We get a line off the touches. They've moved a little bit and he's missed it, Marmon. So the score remains South Logan Magpies 26, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 22, with just over 24 minutes to go. And of course, once again, I'd like to thank you for watching us on Phoenix Media's YouTube page, or listening, of course, on 11:97 AM, and remember, or Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. Remember, make sure that you like the pages and subscribe to Phoenix Media YouTube. They're powered by the USQ Southern Queensland. Nunny, Jets will need a mistake-free set here.
Yeah, this is a pretty important set for the Jets. Like, they're a chance. There's still 23 minutes to go, so time's not an issue, but it's just execution. It's just making sure that you're precise in what you do.
Exactly. South's kick off now. Christian with the catch. Her focus come off the back fence. Sorry, Tautai. Husky with that terrible haircut. How can I get Husky and Issy mixed up? One's 100 plus kilos, the other's 80 ringing wet.
Who's come out of that better?
Oh, well, Husky's got a terrible haircut. So probably Issy's on the bad stick of that one. So I'll have to apologise to Issy after that. As Ipswich now, Richie Pandier with a hit up. Connors out of dummy half. Good step for Connors there. Just making the defence think. Christian goes into dummy half. Hits Cleland. Cleland looking for runners. Still going Cleland. Out of one tackle. He's well tackled underneath them by Hamilton. And over the top was Sow. And he's knocked the ball on. Well, the mistake Ipswich didn't want, Nunny.
Yeah, that's... Wow, that's everything you didn't want. And they looked so good too, like they were getting in position, they were ready to go.
Well, they're getting in the position, that was tackle 5, but the usual kicker, of course, is Joshy Cleland. He was going to play the ball, so it'd be interesting to see what was going to happen after that. But it's spilt milk now, so Ipswich now got to defend as South get ready to feed the scrum. About 25 from their own line. It's Hamilton to feed. South look to make another change. It looks like Big George Fies coming back on the field. So away they go. Looks like Link Port's come in, a run off the wing. He's tackled well underneath there by Ben White. Sopalola. 2 white headgears collapse. Sopalola in one, and of course Josh Cleland in his trademark white headgear. Take it easy now. He goes across. It's Mago. Mago back across the field. He's tackled just around the halfway line by 3-4 Ipswich Jets. Lenihan underneath. Connors over the... Connors cops knees for his trouble. Play on. Scott up out of dummy half. Tagateezy with a good hit up. Met front on by 3 Jets. They managed to bring him to the ground. South just happy to content just to take the forwards up the middle as Fensom back on. Hamilton wide. Hamilton looking for runners. Gets to Sow. Sow still going. Well tackled there by Josh Cleland. So tackle 5 now, South. 5 minutes from the line as Hamilton goes himself out of dummy half. Looks to kick it. Ipswich get the ball. play on. Ipswich still with the ball. So
Hamilton went the wrong way. Joshy Cleland was on the ground. If he'd come back to the inside, then there was a space there for that ball.
probably a little bit selfish there by Hamilton as Nat Neal takes one out of dummy half. It's well tackled as South get really interested here in defence. Tautai. He's tackled virtually the same spot as Nat Neal. So Ipswich making no ground. That's tackle 3 for Ipswich. Ben Shea, his turn. Can he do anything? No, he can't. Still inside the 10 Ipswich. So good defence here from South. Getting up nice and quick. Ipswich might have to think about something here. Connors takes off from dummy half with a step. It's Rogan Dean. Rogan Dean with the big palm. Can't quite get rid of the 4 there in Tommy Sow. Connors. Tackle 5. Cleland with the ball. Still tackle 5. Pandia. Pandia with a little chip kick. Still going through. Connors with a kick again. And again Connors with a kick. And the ball's still in play. Rogan Dean chasing hard. Well picked up there and lost by Linkport.
Jets
Ipswich.
ball.
Knock on somebody, Ipswich. Who's he saying knock on by? Or strip? Okay, he's called a strip on Richie Pandia. At some point and some time, the rugby league has to put the onus back on the ball carrier, Nunny.
To protect the ball, that's right. He had the ball. So, is he saying Pandy has stripped it?
He stripped the ball and the ball's gone forward, so it's knock on Ipswich. And that's how they rule it. Well, I'm just saying, at some point, the onus has to go on the ball carrier to hang on to the football.
Yeah,
But
you're
not this year.
No.
It won't happen this year.
They're not going to do it during the finals. I don't think they...
Now, South with the feed the scrum, about 15 metres from their line. So it's been all the good attack here from Ipswich. That sort of come out of nothing, Nunny, didn't it?
Again, it was Jaden Connors. Connors has been unbelievable since he got on there.
It really puts that that zip in the attack, that's for sure. South now. Sow with a hit up. Met front on by Ben Shea with Nat Neal underneath. They go again as it looks like the South have made a change. Lachlan Cooper's on the field. He's replaced the hooker in Blake Scott. South still with the ball now, trying to find their way to halfway. And that's tackle 4. They get to play. Mitchell Fry plays the ball. Comes out to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for an inside pass, a little show and go. But he's well tackled by the Jets. Jaden Connors underneath, Ben Shea over the top. So gets to Bishop. Bishop with a bit of a midfield bomb. Ipswich happy to let South have the ball. Still Bishop. They look like a forward pass. They're happy to play on the referee. Still going. Still going. Looks like Vidogo. Still Vidogo.
How
Jets
strong
struggling
is he?
to tackle him. And the ball's come out the back. And it's play on. It's picked up Bishop. He puts it on the toe again out to Sopalola. He's got the ball. Ding smashes him. And he goes out. Great tackle, Josh Cleland. Cleland manages to get across and put
Is he knocked out?
Tessie Vow into touch. And there's a lot of concern here for Josh Cleland. I think he might have hit his head on the ground, but that was great cover from both Rogan Dean and Josh Cleland. A little bit of concern here for Joshy Cleland, but they're just waiting for him to cover and get his breath back. But that was good work, both teams. Like Vidogo's taken that ball everywhere, and 6 and 7 Jets all had a crack at him and couldn't quite get him. And the ball comes slinging out the back, and Alex Bishop has picked it up and put the kick on to Sopalola. He's caught it. Just as he's caught it and hit the deck, Rogan Dean's come across and whacked him. He's managed to pass the ball back inside to Sow, who in turn got whacked by Josh Cleland.
There's a lot of unbelievable skill in that whole passage of play.
South wanted to score, and Ipswich were just as desperate to stop them as Sopalola's got a limp. I noticed Rogan Dean's got a limp, but the big concern here for a moment is Josh Cleland.
He's moving now.
He's moving. He's managed his up, but I did notice a trainer say HIA. So as Dr. Roy is out there now, just having a little look at Josh, but he sat up. Now that's always a good sign when a player sits up. So that was just end-to-end footy and great footy from both teams, wasn't it? South did everything to score and Ipswich did everything to stop them.
It's great attacking football. Like I said during the week, that in the last 5 games, Jets have scored 146 points, and it doesn't look like this game's going to be much different. It's going to be high scoring. And I don't think it'll end up 26-22.
Yeah, you would think the way both sides are playing, there's a few more points in them, but, that was really good defence there from the Jets. So, maybe if both teams defend well and don't take their options or their points, it may well end up. That one, it may be a try right at the end as Josh Cleland gets to his feet. It's a little bit unsteady and shaking out the cobwebs, but he's in good hands. He's walking under his own steam, so that's a good sign. A little bit of a limp, but he's under his own steam, so that's a good sign for Joshy Cleland. As now I did notice Kieran Mosley went back on the field, so I think the change will be Mosley back into hooker. Connors will go out to 6 or 7, and we have got Mitch Carpenter there waiting to come on the field as well. So, but good news for Joshy Cleland and the Jets fans and Joshy's family. As away we go again, play on. As Pandia now takes a hit up. he's driven back by the South defence. Mosley dummy half. Ben Shea. He's met a strong tackle there from Mitchell Fry. He's held just outside of his 10. Mosley dummy half again. Goes to Blake Lenihan. He's chopped out by Vidogo. That was a great tackle. They just look for the quick play the ball. Benny White. He tries to get through. Just can't quite poke his head through the line. Gets up near the Ipswich 30. Mosley now. Christian with a chip. Are they onside? Barber chasing hard. Still Christian and Barber picked up by South by Tessie New, and he's away. Tautai manages to get him with the help of Ben White, and they snuff it out. So South now on the attack, 30 metres from the Ipswich line. Hamilton with the ball. He gets it out there to Mago. Wow, South now on the attack. It's been one end to one end, Nunny.
That was unbelievable. That was extremely courageous from Tessie New to come forward like that.
George Fye now has a hit up. Looking to go under the post. Takes 3 to bring him down. Eventually, Tautai gets underneath and manages to pull him to the ground. Out of dummy half now was Bishop. Goes to Hamilton. Hamilton ducking and weaving. Tautai's missed him. Still Hamilton. Out the back here to the centre. The number 4 in Tommy Sow. Jets managed to tackle him just short of the line. Mitchell Fry dummy half. Fry well taken. Oh, Purcell had him and let him go. Fry still short of the line, so and a penalty South. Another one of those ill-disciplined penalties. It's such a flop penalty. So somebody's dived in late after he was tackled. So South now get the repeat set they were looking for.
And the Jets are frustrated too now because they're frustrated at that penalty, but now they have to put that behind them and defend this set.
As Fire hits one up straight up off the penalty, but tackle 5, there's no need to give away a penalty there. As Cooper, the long pass out of dummy half. Hamilton, Bishop now. He cuts one out. Gets a Vidogo. He gets through a Foka. The troops come. They manage to stop him. So South now play the ball 5 metres from the line. Bishop. Fensom. He's met by a wall of Ipswich defence. They bring him down 8 metres from the line. The South now on the attack. They go back to right side. Bishop looking for runners. He's well tackled. Ben White underneath with the help of... and another penalty. Wow. They just keep giving the penalties here, the referees. They certainly want you to let go of the ball when they're close to the line. So South, what will they do here? Will they keep going? No, they're going to take the 2.
I'm surprised with that.
What does that only brings them out to a converted try, doesn't it, Nunny?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, mate.
I would have been tempted to head to the middle just so you could come back to their right and get the Vidogo one-on-one with someone. I'd just keep going to that every single set.
Yeah, well, it's a go-to play, and it's working well for them as well. And I'm with you, Nunny. I thought South would have kept on the attack there. The repeat sets have gone really well against the Jets, so you thought they would have kept attacking, but, they're obviously going for the win or don't want to get a loss because this will only put them out to a converted try as we see Benny Shea now. He's on the bench as well, so Mitchie Carpenter's obviously gone on for Benny Shea as Hamilton lines up to have a kick. He's about 18 metres out, about 10 to the right of the post. He moves in, hits it sweet, and it goes straight over. So South Logan Magpies jump out to 28. The Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 22 with just about 13 minutes to go, Nunny.
Yeah, it's a penalty. So 2 in that set that have given the Magpies another 2 points and gave them a repeat set. So it's costing them.
Well, I suppose the one positive out of it is the last 2 kickoffs for the Ipswich Jets they've regained. So we'll see what happens this time. Purcell lines the ball up, the kick, low and hard again, and it doesn't go the 10 metres. So as with the commentator's curse, it's called none, and that's a penalty against Ipswich right on halfway to South for South to attack straight up.
The Jets can't afford for any points to come from this set, so
they really need to defend hard here now, though. This has to be their best defensive set of the game as Mitchell Fry lines up to kick it into touch, and he gets it out. So South will start their attacking set 39 metres from the Ipswich line, and I think they'll just be looking, if they don't get points, they'll be looking for repeats, Nunny.
And that's all South need now. Like South, well, while they can't close up, but they don't need to take risks. They just need repeat sets, penalties.
Mago plays the ball. Fye now with another hit up. They're content just to use their forwards, just running through. As Cooper now at dummy half. He has a little bit of a scoot himself. It's Fry. Fry charges through the line. Sorry, that's take it easy. He gets up and plays the ball. Now they come to the left. Hamilton ducks and weaves. Long ball now out to Sow. Sow takes them on. Good defence, Ipswich. The great tackle underneath there, Richie Pandia with the help over the top of Rogan Dean. Sopalala. Long ball. It's Williams. It's Cooper. Benson. He knows one way and he goes straight. Tautai underneath. Carpenter over the ball. So last tackle South. 5 metres from the Ipswich line. Goes to Hamilton. Hamilton with a short kick in. Heads straight to Richie Pandia. He'll get a game in the Ashes tonight. It's Pandia now tackled 12 metres from the line. Connor's dummy half. Mosley with the long ball. So Ipswich off to go wide early. Christian tackled now.
Gee, I think that Pandia catch has saved him from a repeat set because that was going to go end in the in goal.
Well and truly. As Isia Foka now helps the forwards out and takes a run out of dummy half. Looking to try and get the quick play the ball. Mosley. Rogan Dean. Ipswich look a little bit rudderless in attack at the moment. There's not too much happening. Joshy Cleland's gone off the field. Somebody's got to take control as Rogan Dean's tackled 12 metres short of halfway. Connors. Nat Neal, he knows one way. He takes them on. Fye meets in front on with the help of Mitchell Fry as well, and they bring him down just on the halfway. Mosley.
Trying to
drag a penalty. Christian. Wicks it high. Purcell chasing hard. Fullback, well done, Tessie New. That was a great take, and he beats Purcell's tackle. Still going New. Benny White gets hold of him. Manages to bring him down.
I don't think he's been tackled the first time once tonight. Since he started, probably the first 15 minutes, but then since then.
Once he got himself into the game, he's been a real handful. He's only a young bloke too, so bright future for him. As Verdugo. Sorry, that's Patrick Mago. Still going Mago. 4 Jets in there trying to put him on the ground. And eventually they get him down there and slow the play the ball down. A good run there from Mago. He plays the ball. Cooper. Take it easy. Take it easy looking to offload but can't quite do it. Dummy half again is Cooper. He hits Hamilton. Hamilton short ball. Fensom. Fensom still going. Beats one. Fensom. Purcell's got him. He brings him down. Last tackle South. 3 metres from the Ipswich line. Cooper out of dummy half. Fye with the ball. Hamilton long ball over the top. That's a knock on. Play on. Barber's got the ball. Broken play, but he's tackled. Just couldn't quite get through. And Bishop managed to jump on him. So Ipswich, what have they got? A Foka now. He charges up. He's tackled 28 metres from his line. Slow play the ball. Blake Lenahan. So Ipswich need to bring something has to come to the table here, Nunny. They just one out.
And it's the backs too that are trying to get them out of their red zone.
As Marmon Barber now's got the ball, looking for something, and he gets tackled. A bit of a nothing play that one as Billy McConaughey looks to come back on the field. Pandia goes across the field, chased by Hamilton, flick pass, Lenahan looking for runners. Still going across Lenahan. He's tackled well there by Bishop.
That Nat Neal, Shea, Billy 3-punch is really missing at the moment.
As Shea passed the ball, Christian now. Christian with the electric footwork, looking for a hole somewhere. Christian. Ben White back across the field. Still just looking, just manages to get the head through, but can't quite get his arms free as it's tackle 5 Ipswich. Mosley, Christian with the chip, chasing hard by Purcell, taken out by Fye. And penalty Ipswich as George Fye takes out Michael Purcell.
Really, that's a good outcome to a fairly ordinary set of 6.
Actually, it might have been Cooper. The 7 might have been the one penalised for knocking the kicker over after he kicked it. So it was a penalty either way somewhere there. So Ipswich now. As we're waiting, we've got an injured player. What are they? Let's play on. Pandia taps the ball. Sopalola's in all sorts of trouble. The referees have played on. Pandia goes across the field. He goes from right to left. He's tackled on the left-hand side of the field. 18 from the south line. Mosley, dummy half. He's looking for runners. Ipswich needs something to happen for him here. Is Tautai. He charges one up. He's tackled in the middle of the field. 10 metres from south line. Ipswich need to throw some attack at south soon. Mosley goes himself. Looking for runners. Still Mosley. Mosley gets the ball back. Purcell now. What can Purcell do? Use some footwork. Purcell going through. Good tackle south. I think that might have been Fensom underneath. As Mosley now. Long ball. Christian looking for runners. Billy McConaughey leaves it behind. Tautai kicks. Knock on south as Hamilton comes through and tries to pick it up. But it's a knock on. So Ipswich get a reprieve there. I thought Hamilton was going to pick that up and go the length then.
Yeah, I thought that too. And then I thought it was going to come back into Husky's hands.
Well, yeah, he didn't have that far to run, but it was going to be a good foot race because I was trying to find where Marmon was at that stage. He might have just been a little bit too far away, and Guy Hamilton probably had too big of a head start. So waiting for South now. He's buying a bit of time, so there's just under 7 minutes to go here at the North Ipswich Reserve. Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets. And once again, we thank you for watching on Phoenix Media's YouTube page or listening to us, of course, on 11:97 a.m. on the Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. Remember to like and subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page. They're powered by USQ. Well, like I said, just under 7 minutes to go. Ipswich feed 15 metres from the south line. Connors to feed the scrum, so Ipswich probably need to make this this set of 6 pay, Nunny.
Yeah, I think with Cleland off the field that Ipswich...
As Julian Christian goes through, still going Christian. Sorry, Nunny, cut you off.
No, that's...
Still Christian alive, and he's well tackled there. And that was nearly got a strip there from Alex Bishop, but play on. So Connors looking for runners. Still Connors. There's Billy McConaughey hits it up. He's well tackled by South. As he lost the ball, it's a strip. Strip penalty, South. All right, inside the 10, Nunny. So Ipswich, what are they doing here? 6 minutes to go.
Well, they don't really have much of a choice, do they?
6 minutes to go. I think they're going to take the 2.
Well, it turns out they do have a choice.
Ipswich should take the 2.
I
So
take that back.
They'll be looking for a quick kick here from Marmon Barber to get back and then try and convert it, try to win it. So Marmon lines it up. He's directly in front of the post, 10 metres out, 3 steps back, 3 steps in. He's kicked it straight over the black dot. Goes South, 28. Savage Pest Control, Ipswich Jets, 24. Just over 5.5 minutes to go as South walk up for the kickoff. Nunny, what's the outcome?
Oh, I don't know whether I would have gone for the goal, but I don't know. I think with Cleland off, the Jets need a clear objective when they get down there. So this is what we're going to do, and you know, like I don't know how you, because at the moment it looks like they're just sort of throwing it around, hoping that a Julian Christian step or a something will get them over the line. I'm just not sure they got a clear picture of what they want to achieve when they're down there.
Okay. As Benny White takes it from the kickoff and takes it up. Oh, South out a dummy half quick, so 6 to go. Knocked down there by Mago. Play on Ipswich, so 6 more. As Ben Shea takes a hit up, finds a little bit of room in behind the play the ball. He gets himself up just shy of the 40-metre, looking for a quick play the ball. South want to hold on to it. Connors now. Connors hits Tautai. Tautai just goes one way at this stage. Straight ahead. He's over the halfway. Still going Tautai. Great run, Tautai. Eventually he's brought down by Ferguson. Connors out of dummy half. He's looked dangerous. Mosley now. Tautai again. Gets up from the play the ball. Has another hit up. The Huskies tackle just shy of the 30. Jaden Connors goes to dummy half. He's looking for options. He hits Ben Shea straight off the dummy half. Benny Shea's tackled 20 out. So Ipswich happy to stay in the middle of the field. Still going. Here they go again. Christian comes back. Purcell with the ball. Mosley with the ball. Still Mosley. Pandia. Pandia just turning around, trying to find a hole somewhere. Ipswich, not too much attackers. Tackle 5. Connors dummy half. Barber with the ball. Barber with a short kick.
Oh.
Purcell chasing. Still last tackle. South managed to kill it. So Ipswich now need a big defensive set here as South ruck the ball out. That's Tessie New with the ball. He's tackled. Ipswich should probably look for the strip play here too, Nunny, I would think.
Well, they've got to get the ball back. So set normally takes about a minute, doesn't it?
About a minute.
So the Jets will probably have 2 more goes, maybe 2 more.
Just under 3.5 minutes to go. Sopolola's back on his feet now. He must have just got a bit of a knock in his leg as he's tackled well by Carpenter. Out of dummy half, Hamilton. Fry. Great tackle. Richie Pandia drove in and really whacked him around the legs. As tackle 5, South, 35 from their own line. Hamilton with a rush kick as Connors come through.
Is that a penalty?
Maybe a tie. And it is a penalty. Yeah. Connors has hit the tackler late. A bit of ill discipline there from Jaden. Not what we needed. Some of the players aren't too happy about it.
You would assume South are going to take the 2, soak up a minute.
Well, the kicker is the one who's hurt, so they get the penalty. 30. What are they? As time off now from the referee with 2 minutes 36. As Hamilton gets to his feet and he's okay, which is a good sign. So now, referee calls out. Who's he calling out? He's put it on report. So the incident's on report. So South now with the penalty. 38 metres from the Ipswich line. Bishop's got the ball. South still deciding what they're going to do. He's got the penalty. And they're taking the 2. So South to take the 2 with 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Just waiting for a tee to be run out there. Well, Nunny, that's probably that ill discipline come in again. Not what Jaden Connors needed to do.
No, and I mean, putting that pressure on him probably didn't change the kick, or he was, like he could have left him alone, let him kick it, and the Jets get the ball.
No, the best he put the pressure on it was a rush kick, so the kick's only gone to the 40, which would have been swallowed by the Jets. The thing that he went at him and actually took him out is where the ill discipline come in. The pressure was good because Hamilton no sooner caught the ball, he had to get the kick away. It was a rush kick, and the kick hasn't turned out too well because the penalty's on the 38. So Ipswich would have been in prime attacking position as Hamilton now lines up to kick the ball. Still with 1:30 left on the clock. He moves in, hits it well. Touchies haven't moved, and he puts it straight over the black dot. So South Logan go out to 30. Savage Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 24 with just under 90 seconds to go. So Ipswich now be looking to try and get this ball back from the kickoff. Not in too much hurry as Purcell comes up and gets the ball.
Have you just got to try to strip the ball, Bish?
Just got to get the ball at all costs, so got to make sure it goes at least 10, and he does. He's hit it hard, but it's picked up by South. So now Ipswich have got to somehow get the ball back without giving away a penalty. Bishop dummy half. Mago charges it up. 3 men in the tackle. They need to peel off and try and get a strip. 45 seconds left to go. Cooper dummy half. Ferguson. He's happy just to take it into the teeth of the Ipswich defence. Ben Shea makes a tackle. He needs to clear him and just get up. Not waste time. Cooper dummy half. Harrison Muller with the hit up. Ipswich still can't get the ball. 25 seconds left to go. Cooper dummy half. Hamilton with the ball. Hamilton takes a tackle of Connors. So tackle 5 for South. Hamilton mucking around to play the ball. 10 seconds to go. Really biting up some time. Still South. Mitchell Fry with the ball. Fry happy to take the tackle. Staying on his feet. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Time's going to beat Ipswich. And there's the hooter. And Souths have come away with the win. South Logan Magpies 30. Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 24. Well, Nunny, talk us through the second half.
I mean, I don't think it was too much. It wasn't too dissimilar to the first half, was it? Like the Jets started well. That first Julian Christian scores down here, and you think, oh well, here we go, and then penalties on the back of mistakes just keep giving the Magpies back into the game, and then the end of penalty with 2 points ices it for the Magpies.
Yeah, that unfortunately that officially rules the Ipswich Jets out of semi-final football for the first time in the tenure of Ben and Shane Walker. So that's another disappointment for the boys. They're going to have to dust themselves off with 2 games to go with virtually nothing to play for. But Ipswich are in the game, I think, at all times. Now, it's just those mistakes at the wrong time and those ill-disciplined penalties and, you know, they drop the ball, the missed tackles, all that little stuff that you don't need to have in your game, and the better teams have got them. We just letting it creep in, week in, and that's really, really cost us today.
And then that's the difference between if you took them away and the losses by 6 points or less, then the Jets are probably third.
Yeah, there are a lot of if-onlys and what-ifs for the Jets. That'll be the disappointing bit, but you can't sit back and look at what what's happened. You got to probably think about what you should have done, and there's lots of improvement left in that side, but they'll be really disappointed in the way it's all turned out from this week. But next week's another week, Nunny, and hopefully we'll get the big crowd here for Old Boys Day next week. We play Mackay.
It's a good day, Old
It's
Boys
a great
Day.
day,
I love
Old Boys Day. Yeah. And we'll play Mackay, and hopefully the boys can get themselves up for that game and really put on a good show for the crowd. Nunny, what did you make of South tonight?
I was pretty impressed. Like my 2 big takeaways were the centre, who I'd be giving him the ball all day. Like
Vidogo.
Yeah,
I think
Vidogo.
we might have pronounced his name 7 different ways all night. So
sorry, we should apologise to the family.
To his family, but
his loved ones.
Geez, he played well though. He's a big body and
he's just that like he needs a bit of refining. Like, but geez, if he were the Broncos, then he's just a lump of clay to work with, isn't he?
Yeah, get a good off-season into him and just let him go. And of course, the fullback
and
the
fullback again.
Knew he was a real handful as well for Ipswich. A lot of blokes tried out of it. Josh Cleland was close to one of our best early until he got hurt, and then once he went off the field, we sort of we got a bit rudderless, didn't we?
And then I thought Jaden Connors was good when he came on, and then just the usual suspects again, like Nat Neal and Ben Shea and Billy. His first stint was really good.
So, everybody, on a disappointing note for the Ipswich supporters, and South Logan supporters will probably be a bit different, but we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight at the North Ipswich Reserve, the home of the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets. And, of course, and for watching us on Phoenix Media's YouTube page, and for all those listeners on 1197 AM, or listen via the Phoenix Radio, via the TuneIn app. Remember to subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page, powered by the USQ, and do a great job tonight as well, guys. Thank you very much. I know it's sometimes it's fun and sometimes it's not. You see, be scrambling around there like anything, trying to get stuff to work, and Nunny and I just stand up here and try and get it to work as well, and I think we're worse at it. So thank you, Nunny, once again.
No dramas.
Maybe Jacko's back next week, maybe you, we'll see. But anyway, my name's Mark Bishop. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Old Boys Day. Should be a great day. Thank you very much.